Hi guys, and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Chequered Show, episode 18, and today we'll be talking about the Sao Paulo Grand Prix in Brazil. As always, I've got Matt alongside me, Liam and Faith to talk about the Sao Paulo Grand Prix, as it's called.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, why is that? Do we know?
I think it's because the people that organise it, it's the people of Sao Paulo, not Brazil. It's not about the government of Brazil.
Because I was wondering why all the branding said Sao Paulo Grand Prix.
They changed it. I think it's been like that for the last 3 years now. So yeah, it's like rather than giving credit to Brazil, it's Sao Paulo put it on.
Just a bit odd, to be fair.
It's just the money talk.
I think
Probably. Here comes the money.
I think there's another circuit out there that has the same thing as well. Not apart from Miami, Vegas. That's different. But you know who had a really good weekend in Brazil?
Who?
Mr. Lando Norris. Dominated the weekend. Sprint weekend. Won that. Was on pole for that. Won the race. Dominated. He's now 24 points ahead of Piastri in the championship. 3 races left to go. Has he got it now? Has he got it in the bag?
I'm going to say no, purely because we've said it looked like Piastri had it 5 rounds ago, and now he does not.
Well. It comes back to Mystic Liam. I said a few weeks ago, you were like, oh, I think Piastri still probably got it. But looking now, I'd said it a few weeks ago, Norris is going to win the championship.
I said Norris as well.
Words.
I said Norris.
I mean, to be fair, I forgot about that. But no, because Norris, he's just been an absolute class the last couple of weekends.
Yeah.
So I think he's got it in the bag, to be honest.
I don't know, because you say that, but then, you know, they go into Vegas next week, not next week, 2 weeks' time. If Norris has a mechanical failure, Piastri wins the race, Piastri's then 1 point ahead again. Like, there's just so many unknowns at this point. If there's a crash for one of the McLaren drivers, it could completely change things. If both the McLarens crash, Verstappen's still there waiting in the wings.
But if we do go off the fact that they all finish, if Lando Norris wins every single race from now to the end of the season, Piastri finishes second.
Well, I think if that happens, then I think Norris will win.
So the other way, if Piastri wins all the races from now to the end of the season and Norris finishes second, Norris wins the championship by 3 points.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I don't see happening. I don't know if Piastri will win another race this season. I don't know.
But would he be on the podium again? He hasn't been on the podium.
I've seen something funny, right? I've seen something funny on Instagram, literally earlier before we came on. And it was a post that, I think it was an Australian burger brand, said, posted a promotion for every time Piastri got a podium. Since then, he's had no podiums.
Oh.
Yeah, no.
And they've had to change it to every time he races. I just think that's absolutely class.
Yeah.
I think it's definitely going to be a toss-up between the two.
Yeah.
I don't think you can put your money on one or the other because anything can happen, like we've seen in the past. So
I feel like
I don't know.
Verstappen has more of a chance than Piastri at this point.
I would actually agree.
I would agree on that. Yeah.
The thing I'd say as well is, I mean, it's easy to say this when we only have 2 races left after, but if you ask me after Vegas, I have a better idea, because I'd say if Norris gains more points than Piastri in Vegas, I'd be pretty confident he'll have it wrapped up even before Abu Dhabi.
I think if Norris wins this one and Piastri doesn't podium, that's it.
Yeah.
Norris has won the championship.
And I also think then by the time Leclerc's done, that'll be it. It won't even go to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I do feel like, Vegas is a crucial weekend. I feel we'll touch on Verstappen's driving a bit, but is Verstappen still in this fight for the championship, you think?
100%.
There could easily be another crash between the McLaren drivers, easily. And if Verstappen wins the next 3 races, the McLaren's crashed once, and then they don't manage to get second and third in both those races, Verstappen's right there.
It wouldn't surprise me if it happened either next week or at Abu Dhabi, when it's not wrapped up. If it happened at Abu Dhabi, amazing stories will be coming out of that. What's happened? It would be like 2021 all over again. How did this happen? What's going on? What on earth has happened behind the teams? How has this happened and all that? It would be quite cool to see, but not as a McLaren team fan who would like to see a championship come back to McLaren.
Yeah.
But that would definitely be quite a good story for Formula One to bring people back into the sport.
Yeah, it's a weird thing with Verstappen is that, coming into the season, no one wanted to see Max Verstappen win a championship because he dominated the last few years. Mm-hmm. Now everyone wants to see him win.
I think it's to stop them both arguing, both of the McLarens from arguing. So I'm not going to pick between the 2 McLarens. I'm going to go for the Max Verstappen that's in third to come through and take the championship away from both of them.
Yeah. With Piastri though, since he's come back from the summer break, he won in the Netherlands and hasn't been on the podium since. He was in Monza. What's happened to him? Like, obviously, there's conspiracy theories that there's sabotage.
No.
I don't believe that at all.
It's pressure. And I think we've seen this many times in the past. The pressure's getting to him because, he's never been in this position before. This is only his second season in F1. I think people keep forgetting that. Like, this is not a driver who's been, like Norris, racing with the same team for 6 kind of years. And it's a driver who's in his second season. He's only just had his rookie year. And now he's fighting for a championship. And that is an awful lot of pressure. And I think the car probably has changed, and that hasn't helped him.
Yeah.
But if he was as good of a driver as some people claim, he'd have adapted by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it definitely is the pressure. I mean, he is a phenomenal driver on his day. It is just the fact that being in the lead and, like, I feel like if he had managed to get another win under his belt, maybe another 2, he would probably not be in this position right now because he'd probably still have the confidence because his lead would arguably probably be a lot bigger. But after the mistakes started creeping in, they just haven't stopped, I think, at this point. Like, I feel like at least every other weekend since Azerbaijan, when he didn't get past lap 1, there's been an incident involving him or surrounding him.
Yeah, I think he's kind of been a lot more rash as well.
I don't think age as well. He's really young.
Yeah.
How young actually is he?
24, I think.
Wow, that is young.
It's young. I mean, I know Hamilton and Verstappen were young, but he's been in the business for 2 years. This is his second year. And to be that young fighting for a championship in your second year, it's like, here you go. We're going to chuck you in a deep end straight away. Also, go and win a championship.
With Verstappen and Hamilton, they are described as drivers of their time, as in, Hamilton's in the conversation, probably is the conversation for greatest driver ever. Yeah. Plus, Max Verstappen is now, people are saying, where does he rank amongst the best drivers ever? He's not top, but he's probably not far off.
Yeah.
No, it's strange because I was very much back in Piastri because how calm he was from the start of the season, and it's now when the pressure's actually got to him. I think people were comparing him to Webber in 2010, where he had so much kind of like instances towards the end of the championship. He was leading for quite a while as well, and he kind of bottled it. So it
is his manager, isn't it?
Yeah, he's passed on the torch to Piastri.
I think Silverstone was a turning point because do you remember on the radio him getting so annoyed after the penalty, saying, if you think it was unfair too, and everyone said after that was the first kind of time we'd seen that kind of side of Piastri, and I think ever since then it's slowly been downhill. And I know there were wins in that, but I think from then there's been a downwards trajectory for him.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, especially like the whole kind of. Yeah, I think since then the whole kind of papaya rule stuff has kind of started to boil over and stuff like that with the priority thing. Obviously Piastri argued about Norris should give him the base back and things like that.
I think it's all just gotten to him. Media as well isn't helping.
Yeah,
that's never going to help anybody. I think that's a massive issue. Is 1, the media, 2, these papaya rules, 3, rumours, all these conspiracy theories, which are just utter nonsense, can I say? Like, there is no way that McLaren is sabotaging cars. No. Why would you do that? If both your drivers are in the running, why would you sabotage both of them?
I also don't think Zach Brown could say what he said with as much emotion as he did without meaning it. When he said this weekend that, they're not going to prioritise either driver and they'd rather lose a championship than prioritise a driver. You wouldn't say that as a team principal if you didn't actually mean it, because he can very easily say, we'll take it situationally. But he said, no, we are not prioritising a driver. We can't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But who have we got for the championship then? Just to kind of round up the whole talk with
Should nothing happen that is absolutely mental, like, for example, that we predict like Norris getting taken out, I think Norris will win it.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I even think with that, the way Norris is driving, he's got that love for driving back, I think, because you just see he's happy again driving that car.
He's gotten back into his element with it.
That's why I just think he's going to continue the way he was. And we said, I remember in one of the very early episodes of the Chequered show that the second half of the season, Norris would come really good because it's his tracks. And we so far, we look like bloody experts, don't we?
Yeah, we're geniuses. The thing is as well, I just want to say finally with Norris is that I think the driver that we was expecting him to be this season, I think he's now showing.
Yeah, we're seeing him.
100%.
So I don't know if at the start of the season he kind of felt like I'm the favourite, and you kind of felt that sort of pressure. We saw in Saudi Arabia when he crashed in qualifying. I thought he pushed a little bit too much and then crashed, and then I think he finished P4 from that, so it was a poor result. But I think now he's gone behind in the championship. I feel like he's going to cut all this social media stuff out, all this load of rubbish, and gone, right, my priority is racing now, and I think we're seeing that from him now, which is a good thing. And at the moment, I'd say, Norris is turning it on when he needs to.
I think he's been more likeable recently as well, like compared to Piastri, because I thought at the start of the season Norris seemed a bit whingy. Piastri was calm, getting along with his business, not really saying much, and now Norris is just smiling away, doing his driving, and Piastri's the one complaining.
How the tables have turned.
Yeah, literally. But shall we talk about Max Verstappen? An excellent drive. I did my research. It was the first time he, on pace, was knocked out of Q1 in his Formula 1 career, even when he was at Toro Rosso.
Wow. Wow.
As well. I think he's only ever been knocked out Q1 3 other times, but I think 2 of them were something to do with engine issues and things like that, or engine changes, which is incredible, by the way. But a great fight back onto the podium. I think he's the 3rd driver in the last 15 years to go from the pit lane to the podium as well. So what do we think of his drive?
He could have won.
I know, me and Matt's spoken about this. I know Matt is fuming over the fact that they pitted him.
It's you don't beat Norris in that race by copying him, because Norris was ahead of him. He had the same tyre life, and that McLaren we know is a beast on tyres. So why Red Bull made the decision to pit Max, I don't know, because if that was me, I'd leave Max out, see how well he can defend against Norris, because either way, he'd then get 2nd place over Antonelli, because I don't think Antonelli would have caught up to him.
But do you think he would have his medium tyres would have been so old?
He'd have been fine. He would have protected them well, and I think as well he would have probably, if he had to concede the position to Norris, he would have done him taking 2nd place. But that's even a position more, and we would have had an amazing battle for that lead. It would have been great.
Also, we've seen Verstappen do it before on tyres that are gone, and also in the wet. Like, I know it wasn't raining, but
cooler conditions,
him with rubbish tyres in the rain, if he's got rubbish tyres, that he'll probably be able to do a decent job. And I do agree with Matt. I don't understand why they just copied Norris, because that's not really.
I get covering it, but still,
I get covering him. I understand that. I don't understand copying.
Yeah.
Don't, because then you're risking your own self there.
Yeah. I do also wonder if they were worried because they got that puncture early on in the race, whether they thought, what if that happens again? We've got to pit him to be sure, because if they don't pit him, he gets a puncture, he could have finished 8th.
How far did he drop down after that puncture? Like having to
only a couple of
because it was the
Yeah,
VSC, so he didn't lose too much time under that. But I do wonder if he didn't have that pit stop. Because I think I saw on Delta, like, he was actually, the Red Bull was faster than McLaren.
It was.
In the race.
Because Norris said he was really concerned about it.
Yeah, which, like, I guess you kind of have to agree with him, because, he won the race comfortably, but you see Max Verstappen flying through the field. If Verstappen would have qualified P3...
Well, that's what he said in the post-race.
He probably would have maybe would have been around about, say, 10 seconds ahead of him in that way, if you take away, like, his extra pit stop that he had to do, starting from the back as well. So... again, Max Verstappen as well, 2 years in a row, excellent drives in Brazil. He just loves it around Brazil, doesn't he?
I think good drivers always love this track. Like Hamilton's always loved it as well. Like all the good drivers race well at this track because it's a hard track.
Yeah. And it always provides good racing. I always kind of felt this year, I don't know why, the feeling of a rubbish race. It's just kind of the year that we've been having. But I think it was a really good Grand Prix. Would you say he's your driver of the day? Across
oh yeah, has 100%.
To be. If you don't pick him, then who are you going to pick? Like,
go on.
I was going to say no. If you're not picking someone that's gone from the pit lane to P3, it's just I thought he was going to do a Hamilton. I thought he was going to end up winning that race.
Yeah.
So did I.
Especially after the way he carved through the pack early doors. Like,
I was surprised how quickly he kind of got through, and then he got the puncture and stuff.
But I also think if he's cutting through that quickly, you kind of think their teams aren't fighting with him, so they move over and be more lenient with him. And also, it's Max Verstappen. If you're not racing him, just get out of the way anyway, because again,
you don't
he's
wanna
like
risk it with him.
he's like a shark. Like, he starts off quite further back, and then all of a sudden he's on your rear, and then the next minute, you know, you're crashing into him because he's on the inside that you haven't noticed. So I think they kind of, because they're not fighting with him and they're nowhere near the championship with them, they're kind of like, yeah, just move over now, because then he'll come zooming past.
Yeah. Are we done? I think we're done on Red Bull. Should we move on to Antonelli? Had a strong weekend. Basically, P2 across the whole weekend. Seems like the circuits where I think it's titanium.
I
saw that.
Wherever it's permitted, he seems to do well.
Mm-hmm.
Or well, coincidentally, it's the circuits that he's never raced at as well.
Can anyone name what titanium dioxide is?
Absolutely not.
I had a look earlier. It's some sort of food additive or something like that.
Oh, so maybe he's getting really high for him, right?
Yeah.
So is it that, or is Anthony kind of? I've been critical of Anthony, as
I was very critical of him in the European stage,
but he's turning it on now. He's looking really strong. He was better than Russell across the whole weekend. Can Antonelli continue this? Well, obviously we've got a little bit from now to the end of the season, but going into next year as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
He has developed so much over the sort of, at least you can see it now in the back end of this season, because like to come into Mercedes as a rookie in your first season and, you know, have to be up against George Russell is probably pretty scary.
Yeah.
Because George Russell is one of the best drivers at the moment.
Yep.
As much as he might not have the machinery some weekends, if like, as with many, if you put him in one of the faster cars, he'll probably be competing for the title. So I feel like if you, so if you put Antonelli next to him and he does badly, it probably reflects poorly on Antonelli. But at the same time, you're in such a high caliber of drivers when driving for Mercedes.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. And to replace Lewis Hamilton as well.
Oh, it's big shoes.
It's massive shoes to fill. And also with Toto Wolff, he said at the start of the season, we're going to give him his time. He's going to have these bad moments, but he will come good. And
have you seen? I know this is really recent. Like, it's literally come out in the last night, that Toto Wolff is thinking about selling his 5% of the Mercedes company.
33%, but I think he's just selling.
He's selling the 5% off.
Interesting.
I don't know whether that will impact the team, because if you're bringing in a new owner.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, not an owner, but you know.
Be positive, I guess, because you get more money.
Possibly.
But no, I think with Antonelli, I think it's been proven more now that European stage performance where he had a lot of bad results, probably a lot of it was confidence. I think there's also definitely a luck factor. He had a bit of bad luck, I think. But
yeah, he had an injury failure in Spain, didn't he?
Yeah, but I think it destroyed his confidence a bit, and now he's got his confidence back. He's racing really, really well, and he's kept up with Russell in most races. I mean, he beat him in this race, but yeah, he's raced really well.
Yeah, I hope he kind of continues, because he came in with the expectation of he's going to be the next Max Verstappen, and he hasn't initially came in with that. But I wouldn't say now he's driving like a prime Max Verstappen was when he first kind of came in, but he's doing a good job. I think only next year he's going to get better, because he's going to get older.
Oh,
I'm saying, racing up against George Russell, he's one of the quickest guys out there. So if you can go and beat him on the race weekend, that's a good job.
I mean, he's younger than us, and I kind of sit there and think, what have I done with my life? If this guy is going and getting podiums in Formula One, what on earth have I done?
It's more, I'm sat here talking about him. And
he's out there doing it.
God.
Like, it's mad.
I think you've got 4 drivers that are like literally similar age. I think
Ollie's a year older.
Ollie Behrman's
he's 2005.
Ollie Behrman's he's in the same. Yeah, Ollie Behrman's in the same year as me. Bortoletto's in the same year as me.
I think Hadjar is 19. I think he's 99. For some odd reason, I don't know why I think that. I think he's one of the older ones.
I didn't know that. I thought he was quite young.
I think probably 20, 21, but still young drivers.
Yeah.
But this is the thing as well. I was talking to my brother about this the other day, where Lewis is going to retire at one point, and I think, I'm going to support someone else. But I thought it's going to be weird, because the reason why I support Lewis Hamilton, you support people, is because you look up to these people. But when Lewis
they're all the same age.
They're all the same age. They're younger, so I'm going to be looking. Do you know what I mean? So it's very weird.
I do think you see less adults supporting a driver there, and that's probably wise, because when they were young, you know, they would look up to people. They look at Ayrton Senna, they'd love him, and then when they leave, you're like, well, what do I do now? Because I mean, I had that with Vettel. I was always a Vettel fan, and when he left the sport, I was like, well, you know, ever since then, I've not really had a favourite driver. I've kind of flip-flopped between different people.
Yeah, and I guess but a lot of people say they support Nigel Mansell, and then he just went, okay, I'll support Williams, and follow kind of like that.
I like Williams a lot.
Yeah. Shall we get on with I want to talk about the Piastri Antonelli Leclerc incident at Turn 1.
Yeah.
What was your verdict on the incident?
I think if anyone gets the fault, it's Piastri, but I viewed it as a racing incident. I don't think he should have got a penalty. I also think this proves to me again why they scrapped 5-second penalties, because if you ever needed a 5-second penalty, that was probably one. But yeah, if he doesn't lock up, I don't think there's a contact there. Or if there is contact, I don't think it's as bad. He kind of went for a gap where there wasn't one. But I think Antonelli could have given him more room as well.
Yeah, I think when I first saw it, I was thinking it was a lot of Piastri. But then I thought, like, taking into consideration, like, you know, it was just after a restart. And the fact that, you know, I don't think it's as outrageous as, you know, the USA, like where I said that it was more Piastri's fault. I think this is more of a racing incident than Piastri's fault. But as you said, if you're going to point the blame, you've got to point at Piastri because he's locked up and made contact for another car.
Rip Leclerc.
Yeah. Oh, I felt so bad for Leclerc.
That guy's living his life comfortably and then bang.
Oh, and congratulations to him. Recently got engaged to his girlfriend. But yeah. Anyway, sorry.
He could have won that race. I genuinely think.
I have to say it is a racing incident.
It would have been on the podium, but
I would have said it was a racing incident. But if you have to point the finger, I would say it was Piastri. But I think it's the pressure mounting on. If he's not gonna, but I agree with you as well. Like Antonelli could have moved over a little bit further.
I think 10-second time penalty for Esteban Ocon personally.
But I think it was a racing incident. But if you're going to point the finger, I point it at Piastri. But then I think it's just pressure mounting up, and he has to go for that kind of gaps, like Max has done.
He has to take the risk.
He has to take those risks, like Max does.
Restart. I mean, he caught Antonelli napping.
Yeah.
I think I'm in the minority with this, but I do think Antonelli's more at fault than Piastri.
Do you? Explain why.
Because I think, first of all, Antonelli has a really poor restart. And you look at the gap between Antonelli, he massively closes to Piastri. And going into turn 1, he's taking the same line as Norris. And obviously Norris hasn't got a car to the left of him. And it almost feels like Antonelli kind of forgets that Piastri's there and not giving him the room, which I think he should do. And with the whole locking up stuff, I think he's locked up to get out of the situation because he's been squeezed by Antonelli, not because he's gone into the corner too late.
I would say, to be fair to what you said there, Piastri said after the race that the other two both tried to brake late, and he braked early, which I can see as well. I can see that argument, but.
And Leclerc said it as well. Leclerc, I think in the interviews they said, "Oh, Piastri," and he was like, "No, I think it's kind of."
Both.
Look at both as well. It's not just Piastri; it's also Antonelli as well.
But then I think if it comes to that instant where you cannot decide between who is at fault, make it as a racing incident and don't just punish one driver. Or if you're going to punish one driver, you punish the others.
I was really annoyed they gave him a penalty because also, if you look at it, he finished about 10 seconds behind Norris.
Yeah.
If they'd not given him a penalty, it would have been a very good race.
Yeah. But I do think it's a racing incident. But
it shouldn't have been a penalty.
I give I would say if I had to give someone at fault, I would say Antonelli's.
It's why 10-second penalties are too strong sometimes, and they need 5. It proves why you need 5-second penalties, as I said a couple of weeks back.
To be fair, I was going to say the fact it's a 10-second penalty. It's so unfortunate because it's a restart. Like if that was just an on-track duel, the contact doesn't lead to Leclerc losing a wheel, and you maybe it's more debatable to not be 10-second time penalty. But because Leclerc got
the wheel
taken out by that, I feel like the stewards felt pressured into maybe giving out a punishment to someone or the other.
I think the key factor as well is because of the Leclerc retirement, they had to punish someone because they viewed it as his race has been ruined, and they viewed Piastri as slightly more at fault, so they punished him because they had to punish someone.
But they don't take in the consequence of the incident. They just take in the incident itself.
Yeah.
Whether you crash out isn't the reason why they give a 10-second penalty. It's the actual just incident itself.
I know.
So
which I agree with.
Whether the close.
I feel like they say that, but like there's got to be some sort of unconscious sort of biasing towards thinking there should be a penalty because of that. Like as much as they shouldn't let that get into their judging.
I think there's a human element to it. That's what you're automatically going to think.
I do think if Leclerc wasn't on the outside, then perhaps they wouldn't have given a penalty. It would have just been gone down as a racing incident.
Yeah. well, we'll talk about another crash. Multiple crashes in the sprint race. Piastri, Hulkenberg, Colapinto, they all got caught up in an incident. A little bit of water on the curb, and they just went. It was really like weird, like because it all happened on the same lap. It's so weird.
I'm sorry, but if you are blaming Lando Norris for this incident, grow.
I was I was going to bring this up. I was like, because Lando, I don't even know how to phrase it, went off, but didn't go off, and then apparently water sprayed onto the track because Antonelli has said that, but he's not done that deliberately.
Antonelli avoided it, Verstappen avoided it.
They've managed to avoid it, but they haven't avoided it.
That didn't look like what happened though. It just looked like they went steaming into the corner. They've connected with the moist turn, and it's just they've lost grip.
It is true Norris hit water up, but he took it was actually bad for him. He lost time as well.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have ever tried to do that. He didn't go around the lap before think, there's water there, I can kick that up. I mean, if he did, fair play. But I don't think he did think like that. He's not. When you're a championship driver, you're not going to take a risk like that when you might get caught in the water and spin yourself out when you're in the lead. You wouldn't do that.
You know, I just think it's more unfortunate for the drivers. Maybe took a little bit more curb, but yeah, I think it was unfortunate. And also with this, it doesn't help Piastri as well. It's another incident which is, you say, it's more on the unlucky side, where he's now lost out to Norris.
I feel more bad for Gabby.
Yeah, shall we talk about
Gabby Bortoleto?
An absolute testament to F1 safety standards that he walked out of that crash completely unhurt.
I know. I was like, whoa.
Which was more than the
Max like that because that was 51G.
But his steering column broke off, which I thought was very scary.
That was I mean, I also think Alex Albon is a very, very lucky man because
100%.
he, thankfully for Albon, Gabby went straight through the middle of that gap. If he'd been slightly further ahead or behind, he probably would have collected Albon, and that would have been a much nastier incident.
Yeah, it's the fact that he hit the inside wall and then came up, because I reckon he was still on throttle, and he still was just going so fast into that wall.
Well, apparently it did sounded like he had throttle still on.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if he had the DRS failure or
because I think he went to the left, and then the DRS was still open. I think just that quick change of direction, we just sent him.
I mean, for it to happen at his home race, I was like,
crashed out in the race as well.
Although the race wasn't his fault, I don't think.
No, but I actually can't quite remember.
It was Stroll. It was
Lance Stroll.
Yes. Yeah.
It's always him.
Yeah. Also, was it in this race or was it Sonoda? He got a penalty, didn't he?
He did. He got a penalty, and then they didn't serve it correctly, and he got another one.
Yeah.
But I think he went up the I think everyone else ahead of him broke like earlier than he thought. He went to the inside, and he kind of did he take someone out? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
I think he must have.
But I thought that's so stupid. Lindblad just announced him at VCarb and put Hadjar in the Red Bull. That's the one I'm gonna say.
What, he's gonna be demoted to Red Bull this year?
It's the Red Bull. It's the Red Bull curse.
It's the second seat curse.
I just don't.
There's been so many decent drivers that have looked like they could be a decent second driver to Max Verstappen. But when they've got to Red Bull, they've massively underperformed.
I saw a really old video, and it was when Danny Rick and Max Verstappen were at Red Bull, and it was them sat on like this couch doing like their own little video thing for the team. And Ricciardo brought up the fact that all the people that have won races or finished on the podium for Red Bull have got double letters in their name: Webber, Vettel, Ricciardo, Verstappen.
Oh, right. Okay.
And now no one has got double letters in their name.
Oh, no.
So it's kind of like, is there a curse on the seat, and is there a curse when it comes to your name?
Get Bortoleto in there.
Yeah. See, if he comes out on top, then you know it's true.
But yeah, that incident was quite scary, I think. I think that's everything. Actually, can I just talk about Ferrari? John Elkins recently come out
saying
about the drivers, saying that they need to do more. I'm sorry, but you got two of the best drivers on the grid. I feel it's more the team that needs to sort themselves out.
Ferrari's
100%.
circus at the moment.
100%.
And we've known this as well. Ferrari's the circus.
The fact that you're telling a 7-time world champion to
keep his mouth shut,
to drive better.
Yeah.
I feel like is testament to how blind you are of the situation in your own team.
And the thing is, it's there's no you can't just finger point in the team. Everyone, it's a collective thing. There's probably parts for the drivers, but there's parts that the mechanics can do. There's parts that the team principal, the higher ups can do. So to point the finger and go, the drivers need to do more. I feel like it's kind of deflecting the blame away from.
I kind of think you go get in the car and you do it,
Yeah,
pal.
yeah.
You go
If you
win
give it a
7 world
try.
champions, and then you can talk to us about putting more effort in. Like,
Literally.
But it's like with Lewis, like you can say, yeah, he tried to sell in, but if the car was actually as good as he's trying to say, then Lewis would probably have been up there with Leclerc much quicker.
Yeah.
100%.
Whereas it's by the looks of it, it's a very, very difficult car to drive this season, the Ferrari. So
Let's run through the race results. Just a few little pointers. Norris, Anthony, Verstappen on the podium. Russell P4, beaten by Anthony this weekend. Piastri P5. Behrman P6, really good.
Another drive.
Another
Brilliant
great
drive.
weekend. Yeah,
Taking over Hamilton when he goes in for the Ferrari.
I think he will be that man to do so. Lawson, Hadjar, Vicar, both in the points as well. They had a little bit of like an incident like on the last lap as well into turn 1, which is a bit like a bit saucy, should I say?
I think in that kind of team, you're kind of like, oh, just let him drive. It doesn't really matter. You're not fighting for a championship. Go for it.
Hulkenberg P9 back in the points again. Gazzy in the points. He scored points in the sprint and he scored points in the race. So Alpine, are they back? Alpine back?
When was the last time Gasly scored points?
Last time off the top of my head, it was Silverstone.
Yeah,
I think it was just P6 or P7.
bit too little, too late from Alpine, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just signed Franco Colapinto for next season.
Yes.
Yeah, fair enough.
What do we think about that? Them re-signing him.
I'd still feel bad for Jack Doohan. You should have given him a little bit more time
but I
to
still
prove
think
himself.
I think it's fair. He's done all right.
Yeah. Albon, Ocon, 11th and 12th. Sainz, P13. Had contact with Hamilton at the start.
Yeah.
Debate around that as well. Alonso got points in the sprint, but no pace in the race. Colapinto, Stroll. Tsunoda, I just, on my notes, put Tsunoda to put Lindblad inbound. To be in Formula 1. Hamilton drove into Colapinto. I think that was kind of a fair penalty for him. Suffered floor damage. Tried to race through, but nothing there. Leclerc, unlucky, and Bortetto crashed out. Predictions from last week. Lim, you was here.
Dear.
No.
Oh dear.
Second place. You didn't say a second place.
Did I not?
No.
Oh. Well, my second place is Kimi Antonelli. No, Kimi Antonelli. Thank you, guys.
But you still got a point because you said Norris won the race. I said
I'm on the
Norris-
board.
I did not get a point.
I said Norris
Who did
would
you
be on.
say?
Yeah, you can get. Yeah, you
I had Max to win the race,
Oh.
and I had Norris second and Piastri third.
I said Norris to be on pole and first. By the way, we didn't do the sprint race predictions, so I was lost out there. But
Well, my sprint predictions are.
I think Norris will win it, and then Antonelli second.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
Can I
see.
get 2 points for that?
Tune into next week. We'll see if that comes true. But in terms of the leaderboard,
Oh no.
I've extended the gap. I'm on 22 points. Matt, you're on 17. Liam,
Not good reading.
you're on 13 with obviously the other points before, but still individually you on 5. And Faith, you're on the board.
I'm on the board.
Let's go.
Comebacks on.
Reece, don't Verstappen it, mate.
Oh no, don't you worry. I've got it all in control. Don't you worry. Shall we go over the predictions for Viva Las Vegas? Well, pole first, second, third,
Yeah.
and then I've gone with 7th, and I've gone with 7th overtake.
All right.
Because
7th overtake.
Yeah.
Do we have to say?
Because seven's quite a big number in Vegas, isn't it?
Do we
So-
say which driver does the overtake, or which driver overtakes which driver?
The driver that overtakes the
Sorry.
person.
So we don't have to say who they overtake.
No.
Oh,
you
thank
just-
God.
I was going to say.
No. So yeah.
All right, pole. I don't think McLaren are going to go well around here because it's a lot of straights. I think it's between Max and Russell for me. I'm going to say.
Yeah, Russell, yeah.
I'm going to go controversial and go George Russell.
Oh,
Do we just one pole?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. That'd be interesting.
Because I think Mercedes are going to go ridiculously well.
Yeah, it's
around
normally
here.
called temperatures in Vegas, and they do well on those sort of circuits. For pole, for me, I'm gonna go with Max on pole. That's
Yeah, same as me. I was going to go for Max.
I was going to go for Max on pole.
I'm going to either a genius or an idiot.
First, I'm going with Norris.
I'm
I
gonna
just see Norris
say
winning Grand Prix.
Max, Norris, George.
Max, Norris, George. Okay.
I don't want to sound like I'm copying, but yeah, Norris, I reckon, because I feel like you're going to see a decent battle down the straights, especially within the DRS range.
Yeah.
So I reckon Norris will just about beat Verstappen potentially.
I should say second, third because Matt said.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll say mine.
so I reckon if Norris finished first, then Verstappen second, and I'm going to go for George Russell third.
No Piastri on the podium. Have you got Piastri on your podium at all?
I'm going to go Norris to win, Verstappen in second, and then I think I might go Piastri in third.
Ooh.
Okay. And then Russell in fourth, I'm going to say.
Okay. Yeah, so I said Norris I think Norris will win. I think the Mercedes will be on the podium, so I'm going to go with George Russell P2. And yeah, I think Piastri will be back on the podium.
I think this is his weekend.
Podium as well.
For
Yeah.
me, it's
I'll
Max
go
Norris
Piastri
George,
third.
100%.
Yeah.
Max Norris George with Piastri in fourth and Antonelli in fifth.
Yeah.
Just the rest of the
And then
group if you want.
Ollie Behrman in sixth.
7th place.
I'm going to go for Behrman in seventh.
I'm going to go Charles Leclerc.
I think I'll have to go Behrman in seventh as well. I think he's had a good run.
Yeah, but also he's had 2 good weekends. You could go down.
Yeah, it
from
could
there.
do.
Oh, don't say that.
What do you think?
I don't know why. I'm going with Max Verstappen. I don't know why he had a poor weekend.
Oh, fair.
I don't know, a bit of a shout.
Fair enough.
7th overtake in the race could be quite literally anyone.
I'm going to go for Norris because I think he's going to start far down and then he'll push up
By the way,
quickly.
Overtaking on lap 1 doesn't count as overtakes in the race. So
Does it not?
that's
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
I take my answer back.
Science. I'll go for science.
I'm going to go for Alex Albon.
Oh, that's who I was going to say. I was going to say Alex Albon. Yeah, I'm going with Alex Albon. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm backing Alex Albon here.
I'm going to Leclerc.
Fair.
Yeah, next up is Vegas. I'm looking forward to Vegas because it's
good.
it's my birthday weekend as well. So.
Oh, nice.
Happy
Go out there.
birthday.
Happy birthday, mate.
I would love to go out to Vegas.
Have you seen the Disney merch?
Yes.
They've bought out
Have
Disney
they?
because Disney have got a collab with Formula One. They've bought out Disney merch.
Can I ask, is it 4 a.m. on the Monday morning? It must be.
Sunday.
No,
Sunday.
4 a.m. Sunday
So they're
morning.
doing the race on the Saturday evening in Vegas time?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do it at like 10.
I'll wake up for that then.
Yeah.
I thought it was a Monday morning. I was like,
No.
Dave won't be happy.
We'll be half asleep in law.
But I'm looking forward to it. Vegas is always comes up as a big show. They like to hype everything up.
I think that's why I don't
So-
like it.
Yeah, it's a bit woke a little bit in terms of the Formula 1 context. But yeah, we'll be back to discuss the Las Vegas Grand Prix race weekend. Make sure you like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll catch you on the next episode.